Hmm. Says I'm in the show, but I don't hear anything. Hmm. Yeah, if you're talking, I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
hear. Okay, there you
Can
go.
yeah. What's good? What's good? What's good, guy? Hit the mic. What's good, guys? This your boy Bama the Traveler, man. We here in Nebraska. I hope the sound is good. MJ, can you let me know if the sound is good? Hope the music in the background is good, cause I cannot hear the music. That means that the signal is not good. So we're gonna cut this music off in the background. The one is good. Good. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you and salute to you for being here. Um, Also, MJ, if you want to come in up on the show for this particular one, I think this was going to be a good discussion for all of us. So, guys, y'all just relax. This is going to be a banger. I think it's going to be one of our best ones. But before we get into any of these things, just make sure you guys hit the like button. If you're new, sub to the channel. We definitely need you guys to come on board. We on the road to 1,000 subs to get the channel back monetized. For those that do know, you know the reason for why we did what we did. We don't need to rehearse that. However, a good clean start, some good content is on the way, and this is our way of starting it up. So we're gonna have some banger subjects, topics, discussions, things along those lines for us to talk about. I do think that this today is gonna be a great one because the narrative has definitely been pushed, and at some point, someone has to stand up and actually take a stand and really denounce some of the narratives that's out there. So, want to let you know that our guy, Mr. Mister, is on the scene. What up with you, brother? How you doing,
Hey, I'm just out here being a bald black man. How you doing?
bruh? Man, I'm just out here, man, just trying to do the same, man. We both bald in this thing, and and we just basically want to deal with the situations that that we somewhat confront from other people. I would say other ignorant people, right? And so we definitely want to play a segment from a live stream. Carlos Red was on a live stream with this guy called. Let me get his name real quick. I don't want to, take credit for his Kenyan living abroad. Kenyan living abroad. Okay. Okay, so you in the chat today. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you, brother, for coming through. Salute to you, XL Pro. Appreciate you for coming through and salute to you as well. Um, so we definitely want to talk about this segment from this live stream that Kenyan Living Abroad had with this guy named Kung Fu what's his name? Fanta. Kung Fu Fanta, who claims to be a Caucasian man. So let's just set the premise. He's a Caucasian man from America, and he's a traveler. And so he has some very strong views, some conflicting views. Let's go ahead and fix y'all mind for that. And his views is really geared towards passport pookies or AKA J Rello, those types. But he's going to sort of let us know his real view of these travelers who call themselves, whether it's directly or indirectly, passport bros. He's going to target guys that travel that look like you and I. He's going to target us. So, light up the chat. Let us know what you think because we got to definitely highlight this segment, man. So without further ado, um, me and Mister sort of already talked about it in before we got on. So we need to talk about this in this space. Not only talk about it, I think some form of course of action needs to be taken, and I think we're gonna eventually get to that. So before we get started, you have anything you wanna, open up with, Mister?
First of all, I thought this guy was from England or something, but he's from America.
Yeah,
Ain't that a B word?
it is a
Hmm.
funky B word. So, um, yeah, man. Without further ado, let's get this thing shaking, man. And we'll pause it and we'll commentate on it and we'll discuss it like how we did before. Right? Let's go.
Another country that they might be able to get along better with somebody else from another country than where they're from, and live a better life and live a fruitful life and have a great family. Um, the typical thing with America is that a marriage will last 20 years or less. I call it the 20-year rule, and I've been saying that for many years. If the marriage even lasts 20 years, it's almost always the woman who asks for the divorce. And you'll hear the same excuses over and over. And there's been interviews done about this. I got my kids, I got my house. Or one of the biggest excuses and one of the most lame excuses I can hear a woman ever say for a divorce is, I just want to be single again. So a man wasted 20 years of his life slaving for this woman. And then she wants to be single again because she's basically got everything that she wants, or she feels tired. Meaning that she wasn't there from the very beginning wanted to be there for richer or poor, for sickness or in health. That's just not the culture in America and other Western countries. That's just not the culture. The culture is to destroy the family unit. However, this is not an excuse, because that's a reality. This is not an excuse for men to go to other countries with their passport and illegally, in majority of these countries, we're not talking places like Amsterdam where it's legal. Majority of these countries, it is illegal. It is a part of sex trafficking. It's a part of human trafficking. When you are the person with the passport and you're searching for the women, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I just saw a play sign. But anyway, you're searching for the women with your passport in another country. That means you are the predator. If you're going there for sex, you are the predator. You're not going.
What's your take?
I started out agreeing with him with the
Yes.
20-year rule thing,
Yep.
because what he said in that part was very much true. And in a lot of cases, they don't even make it to 20 years. It'd be more like 5, 6
5.
years
Yep.
at the most.
Yep.
So I started off agreeing with him, but then he goes on to conflate two different things. He's saying that, I think he said passport bros are going to majority countries where pay for play is illegal. That's two different ideas right there.
Yeah.
Mongerers are going to other countries where it is legal to do pay for play. Passport bros has nothing to do with that. The
No.
whole idea behind passport bros was to go to countries where the culture is something that's more agreeable to what men in America are missing in the culture of America. Going to countries where masculinity is respected first and foremost. Um, Being a father is respected, and women are feminine still. Women still expect to play their role in a relationship. And, all that said, you have a much better experience in dating and marriage and raising a family overall. That's what Passport Bros is on. And
Okay.
he's
Let me.
conflating that with mongering.
Okay. Let me just hold your thoughts real quick, because we gotta break this down, and there is a big difference between the two. However, you may mention the key phrase you mentioned was men are traveling abroad because they're in so many words, they're not getting something from America, right? You said something to that effect, correct?
Right.
And I agree with you, because even with the mongering aspect of it. And I'm not putting the two together now. For those that's listening and got this thin mind, I'm not putting them together. Even if guys are going over there for mongering, a lot of these guys are not getting that part of their life, even in America. So even if they are going overseas for that, then they're only fulfilling what they're are avoided of here. Now, when you mentioned about
Hmm.
the illegal part of it, um, we talked about in the background, and I want you to expound on it. The aspect that there's parameters or guidelines to certain places, like for instance, they have like brothels and stuff like that, and they have rules that you have to follow because a lot of these places it is by law so-called illegal. So expound on that if you will. Whatever example you want to use.
Right. There's a difference between legal and tolerated. In
Mm,
a lot of countries around the world, let's just say prostitution, because that's what they're mainly talking about right here. Where prostitution is illegal in a lot of countries and not illegal in other countries. Amsterdam being one of those countries, which he named himself, which we've known
yes.
for decades now, it's totally legal to engage in pay for play in Amsterdam. But other
Mm-hmm.
countries where pay for play is illegal, it's like it's tolerated though. So if you do it in this certain area, we're not gonna penalize you for it. But once you get outside of this certain area, now we're gonna start cracking down on you. And
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
for example, maybe in this country, this particular alley, it's illegal as long as you stay in this alley. Everything from the beginning of the alley to the end of the alley. You're engaging in that, fine, all good. Once you get out of that alley and you're on the main road doing that, now the cops are going to be on you. You're across the street from that, now the cops are going to be on you. Because now you're outside of that designated area, and now they're not going to tolerate it. Now they're going to enforce it as it's illegal.
So let's talk about this predator. And not just him. It's black women. It's in America, and it's some of the simp enforcers and polices, whatever you want to call them. They assign passport bros to also being predators. What is predatory about when a guy goes to a red light district? By the way, the country is promoting it, not promoting, but they're allowing it or tolerating it, as you would say. And every now and then, they would go and do a sweep, like they do in Sasua, or like they would do at the Watchtower or Parque Yetis. They would go and do sweeps of these places, right? But then it
Hmm.
comes back, and again, it goes to your point about it being tolerated. What is predatory about a man that's going to these places, which is not illegal to go to, by the way? He just posts up. There are clubs, there are restaurants, there are things like that. Um, what is predatory about a woman coming to him and approaching and soliciting to him about a human service that men and women do? Like, what is predatory about that?
Nothing. They're just trying to, words have meanings,
Yes.
and predator has a specific meaning, and they're
Mm-hmm.
just using it out of context.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I already explained to you, in some of these countries, you could walk down that alley, and these women will literally grab you by the arm and try to pull you into their place of business so you can do some pay for play. How are you a predator when they're on you like that?
That means that you the prey if they pulling on you, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
you
So
gotta
yeah.
you gotta define this word predator, because
So he
they're
basically
using
said
it
he
out of
uses
context.
yeah. So he used his passport. He goes overseas, and his whole mindset is he's hunting for unfortunate women that he's seeking to take advantage of. But how is you taking advantage of something when both parties are getting something out of the transaction or deal?
Right.
Is it predatory for a man to go to a club in America looking for the women? Because I know in our culture we say, "Where the hell that? You know, where the women at, bro?" Like, "Oh man, go over here to this club," and and they post up, and then next thing you know, he take that chick out. You know what I mean? And he may buy her drinks, right? And then he take her to the house. But is he a predator? Is it illegal for him to go to that club if he's
Nope.
seeking or hunting out the women? Women? I just
And even furthermore, right here in the United States, it is legal in the state of Nevada
yes,
to engage in pay for play. You have to
yes,
do it in one specific county in Nevada, which is
yeah,
not Las Vegas, by the way. A lot of
mm,
people get that wrong. They think it's Las Vegas where it's legal, but it's not. It's a county outside of Las Vegas. You have to go out there. It's way out in the middle of nowhere. And you have literal porn stars that are in the industry that come out there and service people, for a small fee. And it's those type of women and women who are not known like them, who are just out there trying to make some money, because that's that's two things they like to do. They like
mm-hmm,
to, get it in, with men, and make some money at the same time.
mm-hmm.
And
So
you
my
don't
thing
call
would,
people who do that predators.
yeah, he don't call the women that are seeking men, high value men, as predators who seek to get a baby and then get, out of these men and then hit them with child support or try to get them into a match and, and then she
Yep.
grape him for all his goods and you don't call that predatory. You
Yep.
don't call the culture today when they don't get married, women asking for $700 and $800 dates, in order to even appease her, and he has to take her on this shit several times to even think about getting a slice hole. So ain't none of this predatory. No, 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 no. It's just the way the culture is, and it's toxic, and you just pass it off like that. But when you start looking at things as predatory, now you're trying to criminalize men's behavior. You know what I mean? Or the transactions between men and women anyway. They're trying to put morality on all these things. Like, well, we rather for you to pay for a woman's time indirectly. We rather for you to take her on a date, and that's constitute you being serious, or you're really seeking something beneficial. You're being a real man when you take her on a date and you're practicing chivalry and all that shit. Bruh, that ain't gonna stop the actions of the predatory nature of most of these women. You know what I'm saying? So
Nope. And
they
they're
still want
actual
some out of the
predators.
deal. Yeah, they actual predators because they looking to survive. They looking for a man to provide for them. Period.
Hmm. And really, it's just a legal way for them to make men slaves.
That's it.
'Cause you're a literal slave, and you got to work off that debt that they put you on. And
Yep.
you got to come up with that money. You got to come up with that alimony and all that other stuff that comes in a divorce,
Hmm.
all because she don't want to work, but
Exactly.
she'll still claim that she's strong and independent and don't need no man. Right. Okay, but
Yeah.
you're running the whole scam of marriage and divorce. You get married and divorced 3 times to men who make some decent money. Now you're making a good salary every year off of alimony and
Hmm.
child support.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's a scam that's being run here in the United States, abusing the law in order to do it. That is predatory.
Absolutely.
But
That
they
that is
don't call
definitely
that
predatory.
predatory.
No, they don't. Well, let's
That
let's,
is
let's
every bit of the definition.
absolutely. Well, let's play a little bit more, and then we'll stop and we'll conversate some more, man. Y'all hit the like button, man. If you're new, sub to the channel, man. Appreciate y'all for y'all support on that. Let's get back into it. Hold on. Hold tight is wanting to do the
Did you say roll
retardation.
tide?
You know, I
Roll
ain't saying
tide?
that right now. They're pissing me off right now, man. Yeah, the tide them pissing me off, man. Definitely pissed me off. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I don't even want to talk about the tide right now. They done,
All
they
right.
done, they done, they done pooped their pants, man.
Damn.
All right. Yeah, they pooped their pants just Saturday. But let's go.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I just saw a play sign. But anyway, you're searching for the women with your passport in another country. That means you are the predator. If you're going there for sex, you are the predator. You're not going there for culture. Anybody that goes for prostitution in somebody else's country, of course they're going to go to a restaurant because they need to eat. They're hungry. Of course, they might go to a bar or somewhere and buy a drink because they're thirsty. So you're not going there for the food. You're not going there for the drink. Those are just necessities that come with the travel, no matter what you're traveling for. But when you're traveling for women, and when the women are traveling for men, you are the predator.
Ain't sex part of every culture?
Last
Why
time
is
I
he?
checked, it is.
Yeah, and is like I mean, it's not sex like the same as a necessity of like food and stuff like that. Like that's what I thought. Like, right? Is sex, food, like these are necessities to a human?
Yeah, I was pretty solid on that for the first 41 years of my life. That's what I've known it to be.
Oh, okay. So he want us to go overseas and be a MGTOW and then you know let things happen naturally. Find a good woman. Don't be in the tourist areas now. Go to the villages and post up. And then what you do is find a good girl, and then date her, take her days, take her out to eat, and then if it happens, it happens. He's gonna eventually say this, but I'm frustrated listening to it. But let's go, man.
And you deserve to be in jail. And we already know that. And when the women are traveling for men, you are the predator. And you deserve to be in jail. And we already know that. Okay, it's the burden of proof. Well, you got to catch them in the act. The police know this. The FBI knows this. And what a lot of Americans don't know, at least for America, I don't know about the other Western countries. I think the UK might be the same on this because I've talked to somebody else from the UK and they said it was, but I never looked it up myself. If you commit sex tourism in another country, meaning that you buy prostitution in another country as an American, and I'm only speaking of where it's illegal in other countries. If the evidence is there and you come back to the States, you can be arrested in the States and serve time for what you did in somebody else's country, which is by prostitution. That's why some of these guys, like in Colombia and the DR that are filming, when they come back to the US, if there's evidence on them, they are going to jail. They have to go into jail. Or sometimes they'll just let them, the FBI will work with the local police in the country where they committed the crime. And we're not talking about just these men that go after kids. We're talking about the ones that also go after a full-grown woman, a prostitute. We're talking about the real thing here. Some of those men are going to prison or doing some jail time in the country where they actually committed the crime, and ones that come back to the U.S. Now, a lot of these guys, when I say it's illegal and other people have told them it's illegal, they actually don't believe it. They think that this is a joke. And it's not a joke. Austin Holloman, people like him, and this guy in Spain, they have YouTube channels. They're looked at as people now with a good reputation. But before, they were making outrageous videos. And this guy in Spain, he's even got books that he has on Amazon where he's actually talking about ways that you can get away with sex tourism when you go to the other countries. And mind you, this is O'Shea's hero. And O'Shea was the very first one to come to Africa. and start promoting. And I was the one who exposed him in
No, he
2019,
wasn't.
promoting sex tourism on a few different live streams. Once I did that, he stopped immediately. He stopped.
Go ahead, big dog. You sound like you had a good view on that. Go ahead. I want to hear your take on what you heard so far in that part.
Yep, I hear him telling lies. That's what I hear.
Yeah, he said a hell of a lot.
Yep.
He said he's basically. It sounds like he's. I wouldn't say dry snitching, but it's almost like he's campaigning to get guys locked up as soon as they hit customs coming back into the state. That's what I heard. It sounds like he's trying to put it on the radar of the FBI to get these guys locked up. But the
Yep.
thing is that your passport don't say you supposed to travel only for culture.
Mhm.
They got all kinds of things in some of these places where you go. They ask the reasons for your travel. And if you're saying to for tourism, that could be anything. So are you saying that we're not supposed to engage with the women there that are in that field of work? Because let's face it, these countries are allowing it themselves. So essentially what he's framing is that these countries are trying to entrap men to criminality. That's what it sounds like to me.
Mhm. And I'm trying to remember the guy's name because he said O'Shea was the first one in Africa promoting coming to Africa, and he definitely was not the first one. Because I'm trying to remember the name of one guy that was before him. He's actually a guy that grew up with O'Shea. He was over there in Africa in a different country than O'Shea chose.
Yeah.
But he was telling people, hey, y'all need to come back here, especially back in 2019, which was
Hmm.
the year of return, because, black people, as the story goes, were brought to the shores of the United States in 1619. And so a full 400 years from then was the year 2019,
Yeah.
where they were promoting coming back to Africa. And yeah, it wasn't O'Shea talking about that back then. It was a whole bunch of other black people talking about coming back to Africa and promoting Africa and living in Africa, and not just one place either. Talking about numerous
Hey,
places,
I got a
actually
question
Gambia.
though. Is he gonna call Japan predatory when Japanese people are soliciting other cultures to come in and impregnate their women? Is that predatory? I mean, you know,
I forgot about that.
their population is decreasing.
Yep.
Hey, bro, you on mute.
Who I am?
You on mute, Mister. If you're saying something, it looks like you're trying to say something.
I don't think I'm on mute. You can't hear me now?
Hey, come back up. Drop and come back up. Y'all come through, hit the like button, and man. If you're new, sub to the channel, man.
What about
Y'all
now?
hit me with the beam, like Relo said. Hit me with the beam and get some more people in here. Hit me with the beam so that the people can get me some bots or something in here, man. Yeah, we hear me. I didn't hear him. Yeah, come back up, come back up, come back up, come back up, Mister. Let me. Okay, if you don't see the link, I'm gonna drop it. Let me drop it again so you can come back, bro. There we go. You can hear him. I was over talking him then. I couldn't hear him on my. It's because of my signal. It's bad. Anybody else that want to come up, you want to welcome to come up. Make sure you show me your face before you come up. Uh, but yeah, hit the link back again, Mister, so we can get this thing going. Yeah, this guy is really tripping, man. Sound like he's trying to get primarily black men that are indirectly and directly linked to passport bros. He want to see some legal actions taken out against us. You know what I'm saying? That's what it appears to me to be. You know what I mean? So got Mr. Back, bro. Let me see.
Are we good now?
Yeah, it's my signal, bro.
God damn.
It's my signal. They can hear
Eh,
you, but I can't. But keep talking, and if I see that your thing is not flashing, then I'll just go ahead and play the video some more.
All right. Well,
But can y'all hear me as well?
I hear you loud and
Put in the
clear.
chat if you can hear me, because right now I can't hear Mister. We're having some technical
Uh,
difficulties right now.
Yep. Panda Fanta
It just
heard us
all of a
talking
sudden
and then
just
just
stopped.
jumped in the stream
Put a one in the chat if
and
y'all can hear me.
messed it all up.
They said they can hear both of us. Okay. All right. Hit your mute for a second, Mister, for a second, and then I'm gonna let this play, and then when I stop it, we're gonna see if it let me hear your commentary afterwards. But it sounds like I'm clear and everything, but I just can't hear him. I don't get it. I don't quite get it, man. All right, let's play some more of this video. Yeah, I'm having a signal issue. Y'all hold tight, man. Hit the like button if you're new. Sub to the channel, guys. Hit the like button, man. If you're new, sub to the channel. Yeah, we having signal issues. We having signal issues, but we're gonna make it work, dog. Y'all be patient with me. Let's go.
This is O'Shea's hero. And O'Shea was the very first one to come to Africa and start promoting. And I was the one who exposed him in 2019, promoting sex tourism on a few different live streams. Once I did that, he stopped immediately. He stopped his online demeanor on his YouTube channels and all that, but his behavior behind the scenes has not changed. He is still the original YouTuber who advertised prostitution via Passport Bros in Africa to American men that could come over and do what they want, because he was recruiting people to come to Uganda, Kenya, and he's still doing it, but he's doing it with actual stories and stuff like that, where, oh, you could come here, you could do this, you could do that, but he's still the same person. The tiger doesn't change its stripes. This guy in Spain is the same thing. He's been doing it for well over 20 years. Tiger doesn't change its stripes. So what I'm trying to tell everybody, yes, there is men out there that are actually trying to find wives and stuff like that in other countries. However, the majority that go around having sex in other people's countries with a passport are sex tourists.
Man, he acting like the passport is like a dildo. They're having sex with their passport, bruh. Americans are not supposed to have sex when they go and visit other countries. Let's see if I can hear you now, Mister.
How about now? Can you hear me
Because we
now?
both could be in bad areas too.
All right. It seems when I pulled into this one place, this is when it started happening. But I
Yeah,
hear
I
you
can.
loud and clear.
Shit, man. Uh, yeah, give it a time, Mister. It's. I see your thing flashing, but they can hear you, but I can't hear you, and it'd be hard for me to moderate this live stream if I can't hear you to even go back and forth with you.
All right.
Damn, bro, that's killing my stream, man.
Yeah, let me try to pull
Oh
out
my
of here
goodness,
and
I
we'll see
still
what
can't hear you.
happens.
Nope,
Anyone that can hear me in the chat,
nope.
tell them to just hold on so I can move out of this area, and we'll try
Hey,
again.
look, give me let me carry it for about maybe 5 minutes, I guess, and see if it'll come back the sound. I really want to. When you do come back and I get a chance, if I can hear you, I'm gonna let you have the floor. So drop down and we'll just go from there. God damn it. Let me see. Let me just do it this way. I'm gonna kick you down. Let's see. All right. Everybody else can hear him, but I can't, and it's important that I hear him. Yeah, I got to hear him so that we can go back and forth. 'Cause we had a good conversation about it, folks. And so I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to understand what is floating around in the travel space. You got people based off of this recent event with Jay Rillo. They're seizing the opportunity to lump everybody into this, even though he's gonna say that no, all travelers are not like this. But as Dusty Hotep said right here, how does he qualify this? And it's true, and that's the question that we all have in this. How do you qualify what a passport bro is or what a traveler is? Like, is it illegal to be a passport bro? The way if you sit and listen to this guy, you will swear that being a passport bro is illegal. You would think it's illegal. Okay? So he can't qualify, does it? Because he's a hypocrite. He contradicting himself. What up with your first class? Salute to your brother. We got us a dummy on here. Talking about how if we're going overseas for the women, then we're using our passports as predators and we're traveling illegally. Let's continue, man, with this bull. Yeah. And come on, man. Hold on, guys. We just having issues, man. I'm having a signal issue, and it keeps going to my headset. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but let's go.
But he's doing it with actual stories and stuff like that, where, oh, you could come here, you could do this, you could do that, but he's still the same person. A tiger doesn't change its stripes. This guy in Spain is the same thing. He's been doing it for well over 20 years. Tiger doesn't change its stripes. So what I'm trying to tell everybody, yes, there is men out there that are actually trying to find wives and stuff like that in other countries. However, the majority that go around having sex in other people's countries with their passport are sex tourists, because that's the only real reason why they're going there. And when they're at home in America, Spain, whatever, until they get their next plane ticket to go to the next country, a lot of them are buying prostitution locally in the U.S., even though they may not like the women, but they can't wait. And then here's another thing. Here's another fact about sex tourists. And very few of them are married. And when they're actually buying prostitution while they're married, that means they don't like the marriage. But most of these men will never get married. And the reason why is because they don't want the responsibility to deal with a human being, being a woman, with day-to-day situations. They just want the contract. That's why there's money offered, there's gifts offered for their sex, for the simple fact that once the deal is done, they don't have to deal with that woman ever again if they don't want to. But when you're married, or when you actually have a girlfriend, like a real girlfriend, there's other things you have to do in order to make that relationship work. And these men don't want that kind of stress.
My thing is this: who said it's illegal for you to not be in a relationship? Who said it's illegal to be single? Who said it's illegal to single and mingle? When did that become illegal? Right? If you buy a chick a damn soda pop, you paying for playing, according to this low testosterone mole. He's a mole. Oh man, yo, this is some bull. Hey, yo, I'm gonna just tell y'all something, man. This is what's going on in the traveling space, man. You got people out here trying to create some stir in the damn Senate to create some laws and parameters around traveling. They, yo, man, I'm telling you, when I heard this, man, I was so heated, dog. I said I gotta get my mind right just to do this stream, bro. Oh man, this is. Hey, I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all. This. Hey, you right, Dusty Hotel. Hey, he's a male feminist, man. Like, oh man, this is some crazy shit, man. What's funny is the same men had no problem with women going overseas paying for it. It's do you supposed to spend money on a woman? Period. Like that's what they don't get. Like this indirect shit or direct shit. It don't matter. The woman is getting benefits. If you pay this woman directly, that's a benefit. If you pay for her dinner or a movie or go and do an excursion overseas, you're paying indirectly to have access to the slice hole, man. You ain't gonna get around that shit. It's just we're resources for a reason. All right, male and female are resources. Unfortunately, sir, all right, women is a sexual resource for men. I know y'all will say, don't reduce to, here coming the male feminists, don't reduce a woman down to her sexual body parts. I'm telling you, I'm telling you what it is straight with no chaser. A woman look at a man naturally as a utilitarian. It's just that in America they're abusing it and the women don't think that they should reciprocate what they are getting out of the deal. That's why men complain about it. But at the core and the nature of all this shit is a man is gonna provide and a woman is gonna take and give up some slice hole. That's what he's looking for. But men with low testosterone, they always try to moralize the natural transaction between male and female. The reality is this, as MJ just said right here, it's a mutual benefit. That's all it is. See, this is a broke, booger eating, Cheeto eating, or I'm sorry, not Cheetos, but he eats cheese and crackers, right? Pimento cheese sandwich eating, whole milk drinking, basement living incel. This is what he is, man. Having this prop, he has this campaign that I gotta micromanage. I have to police the activity of men that going overseas who now reclaiming their happiness. Okay, they're reclaiming their power, which has always been their wallet, sir. Hey, let me clarify. I don't even think the dude drank whole milk. I want to say he drank it straight from the cow tip, bro. Unpasteurized milk drinking ass. Okay? That's him. Straight from the cow titty. That's him. You see? These kind of people, man, they dangerous, bro. I'm just being a buck with you guys, bro.
But that's for the simple fact that once the deal is done, they don't have to deal with that woman ever again if they don't want to. But when you're married or when you actually have a girlfriend, like a real girlfriend, there's other things you have to do in order to make that relationship work.
Okay, whatever, nigga. Hey, what up? Hey, mister. Hey, mister, let me hear you now.
He said pimento cheese
I think it's
eating,
my damn
whole
screen, bro.
milk drinking.
Hold on, man. God damn it. Let me cut this off real quick. Hold on. I know exactly what it was.
Sounds like you got to switch headsets.
Okay, say something now, mister.
Something now, mister.
I hear you now. I know what it was. My damn Bluetooth on my damn is connected to my iPad that I'm doing the live stream on. it picked it up. So yeah, go ahead. We good now. Hey man, go ahead and go in
I
real
see.
quick. On
Yep.
if you got your thoughts right.
He
Yeah.
said he said
Yeah.
pimento cheese eating, whole milk drinking.
I'm sick of
That
these
was funny.
clowns, man. Bruh, I'm so sick of these clowns, man. I'm telling you, bruh. Man. Funyuns and not Tito. He said,
Cheeto dust
oh
sprinkling.
man. Man, you know they be coming up there with the Tom and Jerry ass sandwich, man, the little pimento cheese sandwiches and shit, man. Remember the little hors d'oeuvres and shit, bro. You know what I mean? The mother come in
Milk
there with their little sack lunch and shit, bro. Goddamn whole milk, whole chocolate milk drinking ass.
Velcro sneakers wearing ass ninja.
Some of the ones that go around the top toe. Oh, bro. Them goddamn, what the hell them damn sandwiches? That was the name of the motherfucker. Them damn. He ain't got no Nikes. He got them goddamn Sykes. Goddamn. He ain't got no Nikes. He got Sykes. Goddamn. Fuck going on? Is a KY jelly pancake eating? Hey man, yo, I knew this was gonna be a good stream because, bro, I'm telling you, my blood was boiling when I heard this, bro. And we ain't even got to the meat of it because he gonna debate with one of our own. Um, Bill Deal had kind of cut him down a little bit, and then Carlos Red had a conversation with him. You know what I mean? A nice little, some good points. So we gonna get into all this, man. But we drink this shit slow, bro. Like this shit is, yeah, you know. Yeah, them Cheetos got too much seasoning for them. Hey, I tell you, hey, Dust, we gonna have to goddamn give him some goddamn non-seasoned goddamn or non-MSG goddamn Cheetos, goddamn. No yellow 5, no red, you know what I'm saying? Red 40, none of that shit. Just take all that shit out and just give him the damn plastic that you eating. Shit. But go ahead, Mr. Man. I couldn't hear you. Drop them points so I can hear what you're saying, man. I know we can't remember where
Yeah,
we
I
dropped off
had
on.
some points, but I'm struggling to remember where we left off at in the video.
I think when he said, uh, hey, in the chat, where the hell we drop off here? Let me see. Let me go back. I think, I know we talked about the pay for play. Oh man, I don't want to rewind it because this month I don't even want to hear this motherfucker say this shit again. You want me to go ahead and play and we'll just see if you can pick up your thoughts from there?
Well, I'm remembering he was talking about pay for play, and anybody that goes to a country for pay for play should be arrested.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
saying
that's it.
something like that, and
Yeah,
yep, and yeah, I know I was gonna say something about women going to Jamaica along those lines. Because they'd be going over there buying dudes some Jordans, a motherfucking PlayStation 5, so they could get a relationship out of them. And you call those predators?
yeah. I mean, according to him, he did say he wanted to see the women and the men locked up, but he's really got special emphasis on passport bros.
Yep. And yeah, and I know I was getting into what that got to do with passport bros. That's two different things right there. He's talking about mongerers and passport bros. They're not the same thing.
Right.
Mongerers
Here,
travel the world. They don't give a damn about the culture or the food or nothing. They're just going there to get some pay for play. It may be illegal in their own country, but it's legal in that country. And then even on that point, he's saying he's only talking about people that go to countries where it's illegal. Well, why are
right.
you even talking about mongers in the first place? Because they don't do
Exactly.
that.
if anything, if he's so concerned with the well-being of these women, because he said they're trafficking the women and they're taking advantage of them and all that shit. If you're so concerned with them, how'd you get a damn bullhorn and go out there and yell at them women, say, please leave. The passport bros are here. They're here to take advantage of you. Like, just go out there and just campaign on that. Because if the guys don't have access to those particular women, then we wouldn't have this discussion. Period.
Nope.
So you can't put the onus on the passport bros when the passport bros don't run that country. They just a small demographic of men that's traveling.
Yep. A very small demographic. Even just black men in general are a very small demographic of travelers.
Exactly. So
and passport bros are a faction of that.
So I don't understand what would be the alarming message that he's getting. Is you triggered because of what Relo did? That's not indicative of every brother that travel or even passport bros. It's not even indicative towards the guys that are mongers. What they got to do with the other mongers? Other mongers don't slap women up.
Nope.
This is an individual situation, and this man is basically he's panicking, he's exaggerating one situation into this group of men, or putting it towards a group of men that have nothing to do with the actions of one man. Mm-hmm. By the way, who was never a passport? He never said he was. So
yeah. See, you beat me to the punch. I was just about to say that. And that one man, even himself, says that he's not a passport bro. Yeah, you're still trying to put that label on him.
If anybody he got a problem with, he should go and talk to Austin Holloman, who said he was a passport bro. Matter of fact, got a tattoo on. But the thing is, O'Shea New Jackson never called himself a passport bro. I don't even know why he attacking him.
And he was around before passport bros too.
Facts. I'm just saying, man, like the man was off base, and the man he got a campaign towards black men that's traveling. That's what it really boiled down to.
Yep. And by the way,
opinion.
Yes, and by the way, another point to that, not only was O'Shea around before passport bros, he wasn't even in Africa yet when they came around. He was still living in Poland. Because he started off living in Poland, going to school to be a doctor. For like 6 years he was living in Poland? And then he went to Uganda after that. And he's been in Uganda for probably about the same amount of time.
Well.
So this guy is just talking all over the place.
All over the place. Let me read this comment because this is very interesting. I didn't know this. Class says Pablo said that they stopped letting the women when they stopped letting the women sell box in Sosua, they've been robbing each other. When they stopped letting the women sell box in Sosua, they've been robbing each other. Oh, that was the passport bros' fault. That's goddamn Jay Rello's fault, and that's the monger's fault. See, black men ruined Sosua. This is the same tired shit that y'all all, bruh. Yo, I'm telling you, man, I guarantee you they're going to link passport bros to the women in Sosua robbing each other. How much y'all want to bet? Anybody got 10 on it? Exactly.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody been take that bet. I guarantee you one of these big YouTubers are gonna come out and they're gonna say, see what these pookies did? See, them pookies got them stopping to pay for play, and now the women robbing each other. The fuck they got to do with us? You gonna charge all black men with the crimes of these countries? That's bullshit, bro.
So you're talking about one chica is robbing another chica?
Yeah, the women is. I guess it's become culture because there ain't no money coming there. They got rid of it.
Yeah.
This is what this booger eating, grilled cheese sandwich, whole milk drinking, buttermilk complected, Neanderthal don't get. Most of these countries need that type of finance or economics. You done brought my whole nation of Islam out of me, bro. Bro, I'm tell you,
This
listen, bro.
bologna sandwich eating,
Yeah, cold bologna sandwich eating, mayonnaise
sunscreen spraying,
drenched.
tube sock wearing with sandals ass.
Hey man, yo, this is what he don't get, man. Some of these countries need that element in there, bro. They need the red light district to get the economy right, bro. They don't
Yep.
understand there's a lot of money, man, that's coming through there for that. You can't get rid of that. Even if they got rid of it illegally, they gonna get on them apps and do the same shit. How you gonna stop that? Get rid of the apps? Man, please. Them girls gonna do what they want to do. You can't stop it.
Yeah, and that's the point I was just about to get on. If they're stopping it from happening in Sosua, for example, and they're robbing each other, if that's true, then doesn't that mean that they want men coming through there soliciting that service?
Exactly. Oh, they don't like us. They just want you for your money. But what woman don't want you for your money? Nigga, it's crazy why you call a provider. What you providing? Rice? Beans? I mean, this is finance, bro. Like, stop with the moral policing on what people do with their body parts and what they do with their finances. At the end of the day, you're gonna pay indirectly or directly. It ain't no other way around it. And in neither case is wrong, in my opinion, because it's a benefit or mutual benefit for both. Women want to be provided for in a regular way, and some women don't want a relationship and they just want to be able to pay the bills and they sell the box. So
Yep.
I
I want
don't
to know
know,
where
man.
this magical land is where women are not concerned with the man's money. I want to
Yeah,
know where this place is. What
me too.
dimension is it in? And if so, how much it costs for me to get one of these portals so I can step through it and go to this land? Because I ain't got no money. I'm a
Please,
broke ass ninja. I'm
man.
trying to go somewhere and get it for free.
Yeah, it to me is crazy because like they want this magical thought of there is no transaction between men and women. They genuinely love themselves, for who they are and all that shit. Yeah, that is part of it. But um, even in pay for play, my guy, women majority of the time, you know, they typically choose the guys that they are sexually attracted to. Okay, that is a part of it. And so even if you do it in a regular way, women are going to talk to the men that they are sexually attracted to. Let's not forget that part of it. And Kevin Samuels warned, even on another note, women to not give out their number to men that they're not sexually attracted to. And the reason for why he said that is because women had a they did that because they was just gaslighting men into believing they was interested. Even in some cases, love bombed them to thinking that they're really hook up with them, or even sometimes just ghosted them or just didn't even communicate with them.
Some
However, some of the
predatory
women
stuff.
predatory stuff, right? And so the women end up, even getting with guys that they just settle for. They're not sexually attracted to them. So what else are they attracted to? They are attracted to those men because of money.
hmm And when they go to insulting a man, one of the first insults that they use is by calling you broke.
Exactly.
It's because they're
Exactly. You got
concerned with your money.
they'll say you're gay. They'll say you got a little D, or you broke.
Yep,
Those are the insults.
yep. And if they really don't like you, they'll hit you with all three.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she
That's
just jumped off of your thing last night. The next day you did something she don't like, she gonna say you got a little D and you're broke and you gay.
yep. But what some of these weebs they be listening to these dummies, um, they don't never ask me how many times did you have sex with him? Oh, we used to kick it for 2 years. Well, now all of a sudden he got a little D. So you mean to tell me you got D down by a little D for 2 years, and since y'all ain't together, now you want to reveal he had a little D? Man, come on, man.
She got the power to shrink the D over the course of 2 years.
I'm sure
That's impressive.
all that
Yeah.
testosterone left because all that them promises you was giving him. You
Yep.
know?
What was this wizardry you was using these 2 years? And I want to
Yeah,
know, when are they going to decide to not be a headache to a man in the
man,
first
stop.
place?
Let's get back to this dweeb, man. God damn. Y'all hit like button, man, if you new sub to the channel.
Dweeb.
Let's go. He's a damn dweeb, bro. He is, bro. That man is a whole dweeb, man. Hold on, man. It's doing that shit again.
He hit him with the old school insult. Now I got to
Yeah,
think of some.
yeah, man. Yeah. Jesus, straight up, bro. Damn.
Let's listen to this twerp.
Yeah, this twerk. Is this the Ice City? What's good with him, man? Hold on, bro. Hey, I got a clip of your ass, Ice City, if you still in here. I hope you ain't gaslighting us on some other shit. But check this out though. I got a clip of Ice City, y'all, when he first went to Sasua. And I ain't gonna lie, boy, that one saying you said about Sasua, I ain't gonna lie, boy. Hey, that made me go to Sasua. I might play that Ice City. No, it's you. Oh, okay, but listen, I might play that clip, man. Uh, yeah, it made me want to go to Sasua. But anyway, we gonna talk about this dweeb claiming that passport bros are traveling illegally, bro. And and so y'all gotta be careful, man, with what's surfacing around the internet because a lot of these people are trying to get us all hooked up with some illegal shit, and it ain't even illegal. Let's go, bro.
But when you're married or when you actually have a girlfriend, like a real girlfriend, there's other things you have to do in order to make that relationship work. And these men don't want that kind of stress. But that still doesn't give them an excuse of why they're going to go to somebody else's country, like Jay Rillo, and commit crimes. And he was dumb enough to film it and put it up on, not YouTube, but WorldStar. So I know it's long-winded.
Hey, you idiot. He didn't put it on WorldStar. They WorldStar him, they damn self. Somebody else did it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not condoning what Jay Rillo did, but what I'm saying is some people can narrate a lie and try to convince people that this is facts. This ain't facts, bro. The man did that on his own account. He ain't a goddamn passport, bro. You know what I mean? He's, for the most part, a solo traveler. And he got people that support the shit that he do. Ain't got nothing to do with passport, bro. Let's go, man.
And he
I had to
didn't
make that
start committing
clarification
crimes
because
overseas.
the past
No, he didn't start committing crimes overseas. He had been doing goddamn crime. Matter of fact, he's a felon from a crime here. You know, so
Exactly.
it ain't got shit to do with niggas that's traveling, on the regular, bro. They ain't got nothing to do with us. All right, this man's an individual. He does his own thing, and I ain't hating on him. I'm just saying he doing what he doing. You know, I said to say he don't think he committed a crime. Well, I mean, if you're judging it from the lens of how we conduct ourselves in America, then you might be right. But however, over there they look at it totally different. You know what I mean? And sometimes, every country got street justice. Every country got street justice. You know what I'm saying? And so if the law don't get a help, the law don't deal with it, then the street ninjas of Kenya, they'll handle it. So, it is what it is on that piece. You feel me? But yeah, let's let this dweeb keep going, bro.
passport bros and the passport bro so-called movement, the actual passport bro movement, is illegal.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
But I had to make that clarification because the passport bros and the passport bro so-called movement, the actual passport bro movement, is illegal.
Okay.
And
Did y'all hear that?
I heard it.
The buttermilk biscuit said that the passport bro movement is illegal. Let him continue.
That's my mic.
All right, you need to land your plane immediately after that statement.
Carlos Red. Carlos Red about to go in.
Why a conversation about Jay Rello turned into the bros. Jay Rello is not a passport bro.
No, he's not.
He's a passport bro.
Bullshit.
A passport bro is a
Bullshit.
you must have came in late. A
No,
passport
dude. I know all about
bro
that, bro.
comes from Europe. It does not
Never
come
been
from
to a
America.
passport bro.
Passport bro comes from Europe. That's
Okay, you
where
already
the
said
term comes
your point.
from.
You
That's
already
where
said,
the term
you
comes
already
from.
made your point.
You're gaslighting.
Hey, this man is really adamant about making the goddamn felon, bro. Like he really trying to make he really trying to lump us all together, bro. You say he argumentative? The man can't even get a word in, bro. Let's go.
He sounds like an agent.
You're trying to change the definition of what it is.
Hold on, let me respond to this. Ken Padmore, who leader? Who's leader? I don't follow Jay Rello. Head ass. Let's go.
What you said was bullshit. I need to respond.
No. What I said pissed you off. The simple fact, and you know it's true.
No, you already got an opportunity to speak.
Speak.
Thank you. Number one, Jay Rello is not a passport bro. He never claimed to be a passport bro. They do this every single time. Every single time that damn Jay Rello does something stupid, they use it as an excuse to attack the passport bros and try to connect them with sex tourism. Every single time, this guy did exactly that. Oh wow, I can accuse the passport bros of being a part of this. Enough with the rhetoric. Enough. And I'm not going to sit here and let you get away with it. He has nothing to do with the passport bros. He never will have anything to do with the passport bros.
But he's a passport.
The passport bros have been denouncing him for 4 years. Have you been doing that?
He bought a prostitute. That's a passport bro.
Passport bros I know have denounced him for the past 4 years. And
Because
you've
it's
been running your damn mouth with that rhetoric.
So anytime somebody can do this, to try.
No.
Yes. He's a passport. He's a
No.
Yes.
You apologize right now.
No. I don't need to apologize
right now.
I do not need to apologize for the truth. I'm not going to side with the lies. I'm not going to side with the criminal activity.
That individual. No, it's like number one. Half of you guys don't even know what a passport bro is.
I know you know what a passport bro is because you're in your mind saying I don't know what a passport bro is. I already explained what a passport bro is. Passport bros has come from Europe, bro. Decades ago, that term has been.
Wait a minute, I am speaking.
But you're lying. So, KLA, this is what I'm talking about. Me and you have talked about this for a few years now.
Now, the KLA, the Kenya traveling abroad is an African from Kenya, right? And him and this Ghostbuster have been discussing what these black travelers are doing, right? Here's an African, by the way, who loves some white people, is talking to this Neanderthal about what black men are doing overseas. Okay? And so they over there chatting it up, trying to conjure up some bullshit, and then they want to attach it all to us. That's what's going on. You got anything you got to say on this? I'm trying to keep calm, man. Yeah. Damn, boy.
Where do I start with this Kraft Singles grilled cheese eating ass ninja?
This jungle juice Gerber eating motherfucker. Damn.
Velveeta cheese spreading ass. Bread eating ninja.
Yeah, that motherfucker eat that shit with medium rare here. He want the blood coming out of it, bruh. Man, where they get these people at, man?
That's what I'm wondering, because my comment on that is that the way he's behaving, he really does sound like an agent, like a provocateur. Someone
Yeah,
who is sent by a larger organization to disrupt another organization. That sounds
that's it.
exactly like what he's doing.
You,
And
you
I'm
know,
wondering where he come from in the first place, because I ain't never heard of him before this stream.
yeah, it is. By the way, for y'all, for those that don't know, this is a guy by the name of Kung Fu Fanta, Fata, Fanta. You know, he claiming that he think that we all are traveling illegally. We're using our passports like it's a human. I mean, a rubber D. Like we with the like we with the pay for play chicks, and we getting them aroused by laying our passport on their stomach or something, and this is getting them off or something. Like, ooh, here's an American. He has a passport. Let me get wet for him. They're using their passport to get sex.
Is that easy? I gotta
Right.
try this next time. I'm gonna try this next time. Just slap my passport right on her belly button. See what happens. Give me them cheeks. I didn't know it was that easy. I'm over here going over there with social skills and making sure I smell good and dress appropriately. All I had to do was lay my passport on her chest. Come on now.
I got a question. We talked about this before we got on this live, right? This is and I'm gonna go in on this passport, bros. All right, and I mentioned this several times. I'm gonna tell you why you have situations like this, and then we're gonna play it again in a minute. It's because you don't have a real organization like that. All right, you don't have like guidelines organizationally that that you really follow. Everybody has their own idea what a passport bro is, and you got all these different fractions. You fragmented into he's a mongerer and oh he's a this and he's a that. When you're all doing the same shit, you're traveling. Okay, you got these people. Oh, I travel third class over the person sleeping in the back. Well, y'all both getting on the plane. All right. Now I ain't knocking how you where you sit on the plane. What I'm saying is you both on the plane. That's my point. And if you're gonna argue about it, then I think it's just an asinine fucking point. However, this is the problem with you passport bros. It ain't no organization like that, but yet you want to defend it like it's an organization. The reason why I'm bringing this shit up is because unfortunately with guys like what J Rillo is doing and getting into these little skirmishes and all that stuff with people overseas, it's a reflection of black men. Now I know it ain't fair because we always get grouped into these big groups where one individual or maybe two or three individuals do something. All of a sudden, yeah, every time we see a black man overseas, I wonder if he's a pookie. I wonder if he's a passport bro, right? And it's largely because the social media has programmed y'all, socially engineered this shit into your head into believing that, yeah, if I see a black man overseas, I wonder if he's a pookie. And then you got these criterias, and then the criteria don't even constitute that you really have an organization. You even have guys that say, well, we're not an organization. We're just some men that are what they call that shit? What I call that shit? uh it's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue, folks. But anyway, we supposed to be when you collaborating, not collaborating. What's the other word for it?
Networking?
Networking. Thank you. We all networking. It ain't an organization. We're networking. Okay, what you networking on? Well, see, if you don't wear no Jordans, then you won't look like a passport. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, what do you really have going on, bro? You can't in one moment talk about, you're a passport bro, and then when somebody holds your ass to some bullshit, now all of a sudden we passport bros. We don't like look. Either you're gonna be an organization or you're not. All right. I'm not opposed to an organization. You know what I mean? I don't. I hope that you do it, and then actually screen these people that you see as an organization or part of the organization. But as long as you goddamn having this going on, man, it ain't. You're gonna have stuff like this, and at least as an organization, you can get people for defamation, slander, and all these other things. You know what I mean? Um, and then you can actually speak with one voice. Basically, you have a concept, but as long as you got this shit in a passive aggressive way, oh, we're passport in one moment, then the next moment we're not passport bros because we're not actually like them guys right there. Well, differentiate yourself by creating an organization and come up with some real rules and regulations on how you enter in that damn organization, and then come up with a logo. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, you're gonna get shit like this, bro. I'm sorry about going on the rant, but go ahead, bro.
Now
International
under
tricks.
now I agree with most of what you said about what they
Mm-hmm.
should do about that, but I'm also aware of the beginnings of Passport Bros. They intentionally made it so that it's decentralized like that because when you have an organization, the first thing they do to try to destroy that organization is to go after the heads of the organization. But the idea behind it is if there's no heads of the organization, then there's nobody to destroy, and therefore you can't destroy it. And Passport Bros is really supposed to be more of an ideology as a solution to the problems that we have in these red pill spaces that we're talking about. To
Yeah.
as a solution to all the nonsense going on with that. And it's supposed to be something that's decentralized and just a philosophy so that it can stay around. But what the unintentional consequence of doing it that way is that ninjas like what's his name? He said K Rello.
Yeah,
uh
K Rello, K
yeah,
Jello.
yeah, K Jello. The
And
unintended
by the way,
consequence of that.
by the way, he came over here and threatened me, man. Shit,
Well, he better watch.
okay.
Man,
Yeah. Oh,
he'll know
okay.
who he's threatening.
Yeah, I'll be
You
like,
better
oh,
go ahead
okay,
with that.
then. Right. Oh, okay. But go ahead. I didn't mean to break it off, bro. He did threaten me though, but oh, okay.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. He said
But
he
yeah,
got
the
he
one
yeah, he said he got eyeballs over here. I see they came over here too. Yeah. Yeah.
well, we
But
got eyeballs too.
yeah. Got more than
Shit.
eyeballs, but go ahead, bro.
Mhm.
Jeez.
Shoot. Um, but yeah, one of the unintended consequences of doing it that way is that you got ninjas like K Jello, who they're over there, doing their own thing, have nothing to do with Passport Bros. But when he does some nonsense, now he's bringing heat on Passport Bros because they're using him to demonize Passport Bros. And he said himself he's not a Passport Bro. In his own words. Do you have that clip, by the way, where he said that I'm not a Passport Bro?
I don't have that. If you can find it, I'll play it. But
All right.
yeah,
Yeah,
if
I
you can
don't
clip
have it,
that up.
but I remember hearing it. He said he was very adamant about it. He said, I am not a Passport Bro. Yet this mayonnaise sandwich eating, bologna folding, pimento cheese eating ass ninjas over here insisting that K Jello is a Passport Bro when he
Yeah,
himself says he's not.
he's not.
But so he's obviously trying to use him to demonize Passport Bros. And that's
I
a
would.
unintended consequence of keeping it decentralized the way it is.
All right, I want to respond on this real quick, Jessica. Which one is better, a domestic trick or international one? Check. And if you accepting dinner dates, then the guy that's paying for your date is a trick too. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do that part. So
Yeah. I want to say something else about that too. If that's such a problem, we were talking about the 90-day rule when Steve Harvey came out with that book. How about
yeah,
men do their own 90-day rule? For the first 90
yeah.
days, we don't spend any money on a woman at all. We
Or
ain't
or
paying for no
or or
dates.
her or her badass crumb snatchers. Not gonna buy no damn to-go plates for your damn crumb snatchers.
Yep. You're not going to pay for no wigs, no nails, no eyelashes. We ain't paying nobody's rent. Ain't paying for no gas. Not spending one damn dollar on a woman for 90 days. And you ain't giving up the kitty for 90 days. We both just
That's
gonna
it.
get to know each other
Yeah.
without sex, without money. How
Hey,
about
matter of
that?
fact, America should make it legal. It should make it a law. Then we ain't gotta worry. Since y'all got so many problems about tricks and stuff like that, make sure let's have the government outlaw tricks.
Right. Make it illegal to spend
Make it
money
illegal.
on a woman to get to
There
know
you go.
her.
There you go. See, now we lame for that shit, right? Now we corny. Now we
Hmm.
broke and dusty, right? See?
Hmm. Yeah, now we sassy.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
Now we got
now
a
we
little
want
D energy.
yeah, now we want that princess treatment. We want to be treated like a woman now.
Yeah, and then you don't love your mama and you hate black women. You an incel and all that other shit. See? You ain't leveled up. You ain't healed. You hate women and you need to go to therapy. Go talk to this
Hmm.
dating coach. You socially awkward, bruh.
And then we go to other countries and date women over there, and we don't have none of these problems.
None.
It goes on normally as it should and how it used to be here in America before they started getting on this nonsense ideology around dating and men and women and our roles and all that. None of that was in question, what, like 60 years ago? None of that was up for debate. And
My
now all of a
question,
sudden it's a problem.
my question to these dweebs and dweebettes, um, do y'all hear other countries have this? Do any other country have talking points that we have in this dating market?
Nope. The whole concept of having a dating coach for men doesn't even exist in damn near the rest of the whole world because they don't have these antisocial problems in their dating market.
No. The fact that you need a dating coach shows you how toxic the culture is. You can't
Yeah.
even have a basic conversation without women critiquing how a man introduced himself, for example. I'm
Hmm.
just tired of men asking me how I'm doing. Damn, he can't even ask you how you're doing. That's how toxic our people are. You can't even ask
Hmm.
how you doing. How your day been? My name is so and so and so. Come up with more, authentic lines. And now niggas got to become professional poets to you.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
And I don't like the tone of how you said hello. I don't like the tone of it. I feel threatened.
Oh man.
I feel threatened by your male gaze.
You looking at me too. You're a weirdo. You're a predator. Yeah.
Man,
See?
take one of these craft singles and shut up.
Exactly. Eat it cold too. Out the damn plastic pack. Let's go. Let's listen to the dweeb, bro. Hold on. Did it again. Y'all hit the like button, man. Y'all new sub, man. Y'all come on and sub, man. Sub, 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 sub. And now what's gonna get ready to happen is the African is gonna cut Carlos off. And he's gonna bring him back up. But Carlos got fed up with this dude, man. And I don't blame him, you know what I mean? So I'm glad I didn't get on that stream, even though I asked to be on there. I just didn't have the signal to get on there. Uh let's go.
But you're lying. So, KLA, this is what I'm talking about. Me and you have talked about this for a few years now.
Yeah.
You guys like this guy Reed, and I don't mean to talk down on him because I'm not. He's defending the idea that passport bros has nothing to do with prostitution when the term itself actually sex tourists.
Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry, I just removed him because like he was shouting on the live, so I want him to come down, and then we'll invite him over. We just have a normal conversation about it because I think you don't need to shout. If you have a point to address, just let it out.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just calm down my mic. I'll mute.
No problem. So
Now the white boy said that the passport bro title is illegal prostitution. That's what he said.
there's no need to shout. If you have a point,
Not. He's defending the idea that passport bros has nothing to do with prostitution when the term itself actually sex tourists.
yeah. Actually, I'm sorry, I just removed him because like he was shouting on the live, so I want him to come down, and then we'll invite him over. We just have a normal conversation about it because I think there's no need to shout. If you have a point to address, just let it out.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just calm down my mic. I'll mute.
No problem. So we've got Jay Travels, who is also watching us and has actually done a lot of contribution. We have say one did course thinking that we are just talking about Jay Relo to just boxing in those situations. We're not, and we're not going to stop. He has actually offended the country as much as America has its own faults. We just call upon. Carlos, you can join back the link. I don't know if you have seen it. You're on mute.
Hold on, y'all.
Nico,
Fair use.
so just let's discuss. We're not fighting against one another.
Can I say something real quick before Carlos get up here? Yeah,
I'll put Carlos still hanging a little bit.
yeah. Please put him back up. He had a lot of stuff he needed to say, but I want to say something. And no disrespect to the last gentleman that was on here, but that's a prime example of our culture here. Now, I would just go ahead and be honest and tell you this. Maybe you know or you're not familiar with it. I'm gonna say urban American culture is a little slightly different from Caucasian American culture, even though both individuals are residing within the United States of America and they're under a certain type of culture, right? Okay, so let's put that out there. If you notice what he talked about in terms of people going and engaging in this is what we would call like a pay for play in different countries, when we know that most other countries that's not frowned upon, but in the United States, even though it goes on a lot and it's illegal, it's frowned upon in the United States. If you notice, he's bringing our American laws and our American beliefs across to you all and other people's countries. And that's another thing that we were trying to escape too. That's what I was talking about when I was talking about the arrogance of us as American people.
Yeah.
We feel as though whatever we were taught to do, or whatever we were taught to do, or whatever the law and the government says for our country, we think you should behave the same way, or you should wear your clothes like us, or you should think like us. Because we're the mighty United States. And if you don't do what we do, you're wrong, or something's wrong with you. That's the arrogance that I've been trying to get away from, even though, don't get me wrong, once again, I love my country. I love the opportunities they provided for me. But I've gone to many countries, and the one thing they have mentioned is the arrogance. And they weren't talking about me because I don't come across that way. But a lot of us tend to think that other people should eat how we eat or believe how we believe. If we believe in, let's say, Christianity or whatever, if that's our main thing, some of us would have the audacity to look at you funny if you say that you're Muslim. If we believe in, I don't know, eating hamburgers, some of us will have the audacity to look at you funny because you believe in eating a salad.
Mm.
That's how off the rockers that some of us are. Now, again, make my point again. We're good for finances. And he even admitted, he talked about the badness of the system here in terms of marriage and all that stuff. Okay, well, maybe that man that's traveling over there in a country where it's legal and accepted, in that country, maybe not the USA, but in that country, maybe that man is a hardworking Caucasian man, a hardworking black man, a hardworking Chinese man that wants to go over there and enjoy a beautiful woman. Maybe he's having fun until he meet his wife in a different place. Which, if that person is an adult, I have no problems with it. The only time I'm going to have an issue with it, if I hear about somebody messing with someone that is underage, and I would try to report them myself, regardless of where I'm at. But sadly to say, I'll tell you this much: even in some countries, I guess what? There goes our views again, here versus there. Some countries, underage for us is not underage for them. So you,
What you got on that? Because he kind of sounded like he want to
He's
lean towards that point.
100% right.
Yeah, it sounded like he wanted to, whatever kung fu, whatever damn kung fu. Uh, it sounded like he want to kind of lean towards that too. So what's your point on that? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with pretty much everything he said. And he
yeah,
was getting ready to say that underage in one country is not underage in another country. And
exactly.
going back to, we were talking about mongers earlier, one part of mongers that really is demonized and should be demonized is that in America, if they're under the age of 18, it's illegal. But in the Philippines, for example, if the age is 14, and there's some of
Mm.
them mongers that go over there and go mess with a 14 or 15-year-old,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that they specifically go there to do that, and that's been majority the mayonnaise eating folks that been doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause
Unfortunately, they think that those same rules apply. Like in America, it's supposed to apply overseas, and also what he was trying
mhm,
to allude to was if we break a crime according to the American law overseas, then we could be charged with the crime even though it happened overseas.
mhm,
That's what he's trying to allude to. You know?
yep. And man, as soon as I start talking, I lose the thought. um,
The different
shit.
ages. You talking about the different ages in different
Yeah, but
countries?
before that, uh, it was talking about all the things that he just got done saying. I was gonna comment on that.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say before he got to the age part? Oh, the arrogance of Americans. I have seen myself overseas. You'll have a lot of Americans.
Ask
They'll
again. You
come
sound like
over
you broke
there.
up.
Okay, I was talking about the arrogance of Americans overseas, and I have seen myself while
Okay, then did it
overseas.
again. Hold tight.
Great.
Hold tight, y'all. It did it again.
Free Men Travel will be right back after these messages.
God damn it. Take that off.
Sounds like you did something there. For those listening, I think he's just restarting the headset he was on and then reconnecting it to the device that we're using so that we can get this show back on the road.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear
So,
me?
yes.
Okay, good.
All right.
Now, yeah, what you asked me again?
So, yeah, just talking about the arrogance of Americans overseas, I have
Mm-hmm.
seen myself overseas. A lot of times Americans will get frustrated with the local people, like in Thailand, for example. They'll get
Mm-hmm.
frustrated with them, like, why don't you speak English? And we're like, yo, you're in their country. They don't have to speak English. You should learn their language. But that's that American attitude that a lot of Americans bring with them overseas. And he
Mm-hmm.
was just making reference to that. And
Exactly.
he was talking about laws, specifically, but it's in general. It's the culture, the laws, the way you dress, the way you talk, all that stuff. Because another thing I've seen overseas is, they'll go to a restaurant and they'll serve the food one particular way. They're like, oh no, I don't like it that way. Can you add this, and then leave out that and leave out that? No, they don't do it like that overseas. You don't get to pick and choose the way you get your food. If you don't like it the way that they serve it, you just got to go to another place that serves it the way you like it, because they're not about to change the menu for you.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he what it again is what it sounds like he wanna impose the laws and the rules of our country into other countries, and even though we're Americans and we have American passports, we should be held up under the same law under foreign soil. And it's just not, you just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? They're a sovereign nation for a reason. Even if they're allies with America, don't mean that we got to go by American laws. There are some laws that may coincide with American law, but all laws and even morality of those countries are not the same, man. That's what people don't get.
Yep, exactly. Even the way they dress, you can see the difference in the morality and the culture.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get back to when you get back to the states, and you notice the difference immediately. You're like, why
Mm-hmm.
are these women walking around half naked?
Yeah, like Brazil, for example. You know what I mean? Like that would be nudity. You know what I'm saying? In America, indecent exposure. So,
Hmm.
it's just part of the culture. You got to understand that. But again, if you're not well traveled or even studious enough to learn about these places, then you'll just say some ill-informed shit. And then he sounds like he's intelligent, but he's really dumb. In a lot of ways, because he's
Hmm.
contradicting the shit out of himself, man. But
He's a
let's
pseudo intellectual.
yeah, pseudo intellectual. Let's listen to some more.
Your beliefs coming from your soul. The food you eat, the things that you like to get up and do, these are your thoughts. This is how you was raised. This is how you was programmed from a toddler on up to a teenager, on up to a child, on up to an adult. This is how you was programmed. Everybody wasn't programmed under the same software that you was programmed under. So no, nobody else may not look at it badly like, oh, that person went out there and got this type of woman. Maybe the U.S. would, even though we have a lot of that. But
Yeah,
again, the U.S. don't speak for everybody. I'm gonna pass it to Carlos because Carlos wanted to say something before he left.
right. Yeah, I want to be able to speak without being interrupted. Okay, now the pastor bros that I know of have been denouncing that dude for the past 4 years. Every single one of them. Okay, now you have those guys who call themselves pastor bros, and you got those guys who actually are pastor bros. Now, the people who hate the pastor bros use the actions of the people like Jay Rello to attack a whole bunch of men who hadn't done a damn thing wrong.
Facts.
And we saw that rhetoric right here on this panel just not too long ago. So, okay, everybody I know, all the guys I know who are pastor bros, completely denounce this kind of behavior. We've been
Yeah.
on this guy for 4 years straight,
Yep.
saying, "Hey, dude, you're moving wrong. There's something wrong with you, dude.
Exactly.
You need to stop it because you're making us look bad. You need to stop it." He continued to do what he wanted to do.
And what Carlos is saying is he's making all black men look bad because again we don't have the luxury of other races of them being individualized held to account. Unfortunately for us, we'll collectively have to be held accountable for what one individual has done, you know, and that's what he's basically saying. You know what I'm saying? So, um, again, man, these passport Tods, passport Joes, whatever you want to call them, they're now trying to police passport bros into this idea that we supposed to travel the way they're traveling. Well, according to them, you know, they're traveling right. But if that's the case, then y'all doing exactly what some of the brothers that's what some of them are doing. Because from what I'm hearing, I'm sure that they're abusing the women over there too. That's what I'm hearing. Talking about the passport Joes. So, um, some of these women coming up missing. I mean, like in Colombia, like the dude went to Colombia and grabbed that chick and brought her. You know what I'm saying? Well, he had her thinking she was coming back, or she was leaving the country, but he ended up deleting her. You know, so is it all black men's fault? You know what I'm saying? When when we see one dude do something, why y'all not holding all the buttermilk complected people? Why y'all not holding them accountable? Why y'all not doing live streams on them people? See,
Good question.
that's the way I look at it. Don't empower the people that's committing the infraction. You empower J. Relo with those type of behaviors. You know what I'm saying? You giving him clout. But what the error is when you attach every single guy that said, hey, yo, I like what the passport bros are doing. We're not necessarily in an organization, but I agree with the movement. Y'all mindset goes straight into, oh, you a passport bro then. You're international trick. Bruh, stop. It's crazy, man. Let's go.
He wasn't a pastor, bro. He didn't give a damn what we said, and he kept on doing what he wanted to do. Now, the mongers, what you guys are actually talking, what Kung Fu is actually talking about, the mongers, which I was trying to say about, but he kept interrupting me. The mongers started calling themselves passport bros too once the name got popular, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So any type of anti-passport bro rhetoric came from the actions of mongers, so they'll just attack all of us. Oh, the pastor bros. Oh, somebody does something stupid overseas. Oh, that's got to be one of those pastor bros. It's just that rhetoric. And I don't care about what someone assumes. Okay. You need to look in the mirror before you start assuming things and then saying, see, this is what I'm talking about. They support this. When did I say I support this or that? I did not. That's slander.
Yep.
I've been married to my wife for 10 years while I met overseas. I got tired of the toxic dating culture in America. And the dating overseas was the best move I ever made in my life. Because I found women that were kind, feminine, easy to get along with, non-toxic. I don't care if the mongers decide to call themselves pastor bros too. But I'm not going to let them use our name that we created without them. And then have someone like Kung Fu try to attack me when I did nothing wrong. Before you start spreading the word, oh, the pastor bros are evil, there's a lot of good people call themselves pastor bros. And then, of course, there's some bad ones. So in reality, just like you can say all black people, all white people, most are good people, but there's some bad people here and there.
Yeah.
And that's basically what we got. So to use the conduct of the bad ones to attack all of us.
Yeah.
And that wasn't right.
Facts.
So that rhetoric you threw out there when we've been denouncing that person for the past 4 years to the point where we want to jump them because we're sick and tired of his antics overseas. And then you're going to use this as an opportunity to attack a bunch of people who did nothing wrong?
Exactly.
That was low down. That was evil. That was plain evil.
Yeah, it is evil. I agree.
He hit the nail on
what
the head.
What he just did was plain evil.
He sure did.
He
Ain't nobody
called
did
it
nothing
exactly
wrong.
What it is.
You don't hear us getting put in the news. we having a great time overseas. But as soon as they
Hmm.
see us with a woman overseas, their mindset with the propaganda, like Dusty just said, that's how it works. They want to put enough of that propaganda out there to where when they do see us with a woman overseas, they're gonna automatically think it is a pay for play situation. When in reality, a lot of these guys do come across a whole lot of regular chicks. A lot of them are dating them. And then if y'all are sitting here expecting them guys to rush into a serious relationship, then why y'all don't keep that same advice over here? Over here, y'all tell people to take your time. Don't rush into a relationship. Get to know them. Why you can't do that overseas? Why that same
Yep.
thing don't apply for guys overseas?
Yep. They want you to be married to the chick before you even left the airport.
Exactly. Your intention is to marry as soon as you get there. What fool does that shit?
One that gets dragged to divorce court and gets taken for
Yeah,
everything he got.
exactly. And this Kung Fu Panda, whatever is, I don't know forgot what his name is. But he's advocating that we go over there and just be a dummy. Go over there, be naive, be over there for the culture, eat some soup, and then marry a chick. It don't
That
work that
makes.
way, man. It's a process that you got to go through, man.
Yep. You don't just jump into forever with just anybody. You got to evaluate this person first. And first of all, you got to be in the mindset to be wanting to do that in the first place. Because, like we said, some guys go overseas who don't call themselves passport bros.
Mm-hmm.
They just
Which
go
I don't.
overseas. They just want to date.
Exactly.
They
I don't
just
think
want
you
to
call
date.
yourself that. You don't call yourself that, do you?
No,
I don't call
I don't
myself
call.
that.
Yep. Now, I will say there are many different ideologies around here, which I agree with a lot of what they're talking about, Passport Bros being one of them. But with that said, I don't consider myself a Passport Bro.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
it's plenty.
if I was to consider myself something, I'm a traveler first and foremost,
Yes.
and that's the truth, regardless of anything y'all talking about. I'm a traveler first and foremost, and then
Right.
secondarily, I'm trying to be an expat. That's someone who lives overseas over full time. They live overseas and they still make their money either in the States or overseas or a combination of both. That's
Right.
an expat. Maybe they come back to the States once in a while to visit family or something like that and then go back. Or otherwise, they just live in that country full time. That's what I'm trying to do. So if I'm going to be considered anything, it'd be one of those two things, either a traveler or an expat.
Yeah.
And I,
I'm
I
a
just
travel
ain't quite
pat.
there yet.
I'm a
Yeah,
travel pat. Goddamn.
a
Because when I
travel
do go
pat.
overseas, yeah, I pretty much go and stay for long periods of time. I'm not a short-term traveler. I will say that part. But I
Me
do
neither.
go at least a month at a time. I think at the very minimum it would be 2 weeks. But uh,
Yep.
in that, I'm not gonna have some gump like this dictate how I should be overseas. I am 46 years old. I know how to conduct myself. I have discernment. I know how to follow basic human rules. I may not know all of the laws in the country, but I know enough common sense to not get in trouble. I would say that part, okay? And so, if it's a situation that I don't think is right, I'm just not going to engage in. I'm not going to even entertain it. So I just don't quite get why he would lump everybody in that same boat, especially when you got guys that got a clean record overseas. Um, you take the actions of one man that is not even to be the title that you demonizing. I think that is like he said is evil, and I think that he'll be the very one that some shit happened to. So,
Hmm.
you know, well, we're gonna get to another point, then we're gonna close this out, man. Hold on. Again, it's doing this same shit. Why is it doing that? There we
You're wrong. This is about Jay Rello. And Jay Rello is not a pastor bro. He has made it clear he wasn't a pastor bro. Stop defining the pastor bro name as something derogatory. You need to stop it. Pastor bro philosophy is to get out of this toxic dating culture that demonizes good men.
go. That's a pretty good
There
definition.
you go.
And they are good men.
That's
We can't have a bunch of immature mongers decide to call themselves pastor bros too. So before you start throwing that name around, pastor bros this, pastor bros that, you need to chill on that word. You need to talk about the people who are actually doing something wrong, not throwing around the word pastor bros to everybody like it's something
Mhm.
evil. Because I distinguish the difference between the two, which you do not do. The good men who have traveled and got away from that toxic dating culture that benefits very bad people, they got away from that. They went overseas. This should be about Jay Rello and his antics, and we're tired of his antics. But he's not going to get away with it this time. I don't know how he got away with the other 3 times. So we're trying to make sure he's held accountable for his actions, and that's what this conversation should be about. Not demon bro like it's everybody who identifies as it as is evil by pretty much dating overseas.
Or better themselves, get out of the culture, just go to a new culture, and basically
Right.
doesn't mean they're doing bad. But now the thing is this: you also have to understand that at the end of the day, the negative will carry the biggest weight.
Right.
So
Right. But
the
what
name
Kung
has
Fu
been
did, what
we
Kung
should
Fu did, he used it
we
as an
should like,
opportunity to attack people who hadn't done a damn thing wrong.
which is a very noble and a good thing to do. But I think at the moment the name Passport Bro has been tainted to be of the negative connotation. So at the moment the negative on Passport Bros is so heavy that it can never be associated with any good anymore. That's the sad reality about it.
Well,
It should be a good thing, but now the sad part is that it has been associated with something negative about
well,
it.
when the Mongols started calling themselves passport bros, that's what really destroyed everything. And the women who are against all of us traveling for any reason, they used that to their advantage.
Mhm.
And they basically did what Kung Fu did. They're just like, oh, okay, all these black American men are leaving, they're bad people.
No,
Because
but
I
if you
saw
had,
one person do wrong,
Carlos,
then they
but
all
if you
do
had,
wrong.
he said this thing was not started by black Americans. It was started by the white people.
All that, yeah.
So
No, it
No,
was
he
not.
did. No,
yeah.
he did.
So
No, the fuck he. Oh, man, yo.
Where he get that from?
I don't know. I'm telling you, that African, he sitting there, he defended that kung fu guy, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Yup, he's saying all. He didn't say that. Yes, he was saying it. He didn't name no white boys. He named some guy up in France somewhere. But yeah, man.
Those
at
aren't
least,
even
at
French
least to be
When
fair,
black
words.
Americans started
Passport
doing,
bro.
when black Americans started traveling and going overseas, that's when it became controversial because black American women were outraged by it because they no longer had the monopoly in the whole dating market in America anymore. They no
Facts.
longer had it, and they couldn't
Yeah.
deal with that. So
Mhm.
they did everything in their power to discredit us. Now, shortly after they
Mhm.
finally, large percentage of them found out about the Passport Bros, guess what happened? They found Jay Rello 4 years
Yep.
ago.
That's a
He was
good
trapped
time.
in DR and made a fool out of himself. And
Facts.
Yep.
his video went viral. He said, this is the image of the Passport Bros. That
Yep.
rhetoric.
Yep.
And we never even heard of this dude.
Mhm.
He's hitting every point.
He
It's,
sure
It's
will.
this
100%
whole
facts.
rhetoric thing needs to stop. This is about Jay Rello, not about Passport Bros. And he always want to throw up Passport Bros into it just to attack them. He always using Jay Rello's antics to attack Passport Bros.
That's it.
And I'm not
Okay.
gonna let you get away with it.
Okay, Carlos, let me be clear on this. Yeah, we are not actually using this to attack, anyone in particular. We have a fear. What happened in
Yes,
Kenya?
you are.
I think
What
Kufu
the
can
hell?
remind me. It should be about 7 years or 10 years or 12. There happened to be a gentleman from Europe at the moment, at that particular time, and who came to Kenya, and he was doing the most scary stuff that I can't even say right now at the moment.
Right.
I still need time to think about it. Like, it was this.
See, that's an indictment right there. See, that's my thing. You don't even know that you done forgot the damn story because you don't want to drive that point about the white
I'm
European.
I'm pretty sure I know which one he's talking about. The dude that
Mm-hmm.
came from Europe and intentionally infected all those women with the HIV.
Wow.
I think he's talking about that dude.
See? But he's really adamant. I mean, which one is worse?
That one's way worse.
It's way worse. And that's the biggest crime. Like, he should get the penalty for that.
Yeah, I forgot what happened to him, but that was definitely in the news a few years ago. I remember that.
See? What
Yeah, you
was
can
they going
easily
in? Was
Google
he
that.
was
We
he
do a
was they
whole
calling him a
stream on
passport?
that.
Yeah, was he going to call himself a Passport Joe? Was he going in on the Passport Joes? No,
Nope.
they individualized him. It's a solo
Yep.
act.
That dude got to be an individual, but
That's it.
anytime a black person does something, especially a black man, no, it's all black people.
Exactly.
And then in this case, it's a black traveler. And there's like, oh no, he
A passport
represents
bro.
all passport bros,
That's
and
it.
he himself says he's not a passport bro.
Mm-hmm. Is what he said. But let them tell it. No, 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 no. I don't care how y'all try to. How do you try to? They think that we trying to explain it away, but the reality is, the man said it, and he don't never claim it in his videos. So let's go, man.
Reality recording. So with Jay Relo, that's a very minor issue at the moment. But we have a fear as a Kenyan, me myself, I have a fear. If this is led to continue, we will see worse. And it doesn't have to be about Americans. It has to do with what Jay Relo is doing, and actually him not being prosecuted, because we know our law how it operates.
Nah, no
Then
shuffle.
more are yet to come, and the worst is gonna be seen. And it is gonna be sad for me to see my own black man doing all those things that I wish not him to do.
Man.
Well,
stop.
let me tell you this. If something bad happens to him, that would discourage the other Pookies from coming over there. All right? All right, we want to discourage the Pookies from going over to Africa. And I knew when I said this back in 2015 when I had my Facebook group, if those clowns, it doesn't matter if you call yourself a pastor bro or a pro-black Pan-Africanist or whatever you call yourself, all right, there's Pookies among black Americans, all right? And what is a Pookie? A Pookie is a degenerate, all right? And unfortunately, we have some degenerates in our culture, just like everybody else. But if our degenerates got over there, they were gonna do something stupid. Any one of our degenerates, and they were gonna use that degenerate to attack all of us. Now, a lot of Black Americans have been over there, have done some great things. I'm planning on doing some good things with a very good friend of mine in Kenya, and we're gonna pass out blankets to homeless kids and stuff like that, and do all sorts of good things when I get there. Now, why is it that out of all the good these Black Americans have been doing as who came there, all of a sudden gets tainted because of one person, because somebody has an agenda? They don't like passport bros. So why don't we use Jay Rello's conduct to attack all of them, so we can like put a bad light on all of them, so we can discourage all of them from traveling. All right, but the idea is to discourage the Pookies from traveling. Okay, let's get past all this passport bro rhetoric. The people who are causing the problems are the traveling Pookies, the traveling degenerates. They are the problem, not the passport bros, these traveling degenerates. I call them passport pookies, traveling pookies, whatever you want to call them. They're degenerates. All right? And that's what the problem is. Not the rhetoric that Kung Fu has said, but that's the actual problem. Okay? Because the pro-blacks and Pan-Africanists who are also against the passport bros, they have their pookies also. And many of their pookies did a lot of bad things in Tanzania. A lot. But nobody talks about it. Why? Because they're identified as pro-blacks, not passport bros. See, the passport bros are the enemy because they don't date black American women. They don't date any American women, but specifically black American women. And they're upset about that. And now they want to attack all of us because of that. But they need to live with
black
that.
women from
go
overseas.
See some counseling.
Mm-hmm.
Go, if, I'm sorry they don't want to date you. I'm sorry you can't take advantage of them anymore. I'm sorry you cannot use and abuse them anymore. But they've moved on. But you want to take a person like Jay Rello, antics. Oh, this is our opportunity to smear the whole passport bro name. And we got a guy named Kung Fu Fighter to help us.
Yep.
He said Kung Fu Fighter.
And he actually said, this is what I'm talking about. Enough with the rhetoric. Enough. Every group of people have their degenerates. If you look at all the Republicans,
and that includes this Kung Fu Fanta. He's a part of somebody's group, so he's a degenerate. You know what I mean? He got some degeneracy in his group. You know? So is he one of them? You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. You know?
Yep. And I'm pretty sure if you...
though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he's hitting them all. And I'm pretty sure you ask any actual passport bro what they think should happen to Jay Rello, they gonna tell you they should lock his ass up.
Yeah.
I'm quite confident that's what they would tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely gonna want him locked up. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's a reflection on us in an indirect way. It's a reflection. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that's how people judge us, particularly. You know, they look at us like we're the issue. We're the ones that's creating all these lawbreakers and stuff like that overseas. Yeah, unfortunately, man, you know, we always get the bad end of the stick. And so they never look at the countries like, hey, they already had issues before we even start traveling over there in mass, you know, and even still is a minority of men traveling, but they still think that we're the cause for why they're changing policies. No, the reality is those issues was there before we got there. We just took the opportunities that was presented to us and we just had fun, you know? So we didn't create the laws over there. We didn't create the culture. We just came a part of it. And when you look at it, anytime a man fly to a country, he don't have a choice but to be part of the culture. He's going to learn something about the culture. That's the only way he's going to be able to navigate anyway. It don't matter if he's a monger or whatever. He still got to involve himself in the culture. So this notion that somebody is going over there just to be a monger and they're not trying to learn the culture, well, they don't have a choice but to learn the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to learn how to kind of get around, what is popular, what is to do. These people ain't just going to the red light district. These people are going to excursions. They doing different shit. They just may not do it as much as the next man, but they still at least doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I just fight against the notion, bro. That's the way I kind of look at it.
And we've already repeated this point. There are different kinds of travelers. People aren't just going over there just for relationships. And there's different things available in different countries. A lot of people go to Mexico for medical tourism. They got excellent dental care over there for cheap, for the low cheap. Then you go to another country Hey, they got better women over there for long-term relationships. You go to another country, hey, they got all this luxury stuff for cheap. And you can just go there and be pampered like freaking royalty, basically, for the cheap.
Hey, well, let me
But
ask you this though. Let me ask you this. This is a great point to make it up, but I gotta ask this question. I think it's important. Um, all of that you just mentioned, I find myself doing all of that shit. Even being a mongerer, head ass. Okay. What am I?
you're Bama the Traveler. You're free men travel.
Oh man, I mean, because I like to shop when I go overseas. You know what I mean? I like to go to the
Hmm.
malls. I like to go eat the food in the malls. I like to go and walk around the malls, and I even sometimes go do medical shit like my dental work. And when I go to Colombia, I do my dental work there. I've had chiropractic issues. Service when I went overseas. I'm looking to go get a skin treatment when I get over to Thailand, and go look at some other stuff like T levels and shit like. I want to do little shit like that. So, but
Hmm.
I'm also going to enjoy the women. So that's the point. There are guys that do all kinds of things overseas. It ain't just mongering. So if they're doing a collective of things, what do you call these men? I would say they passport bros, or they're just men that travel, or they solo travelers, or they're expired expats, or it's like I don't get it, man. All this heat is coming on black men. That's what it really boiled down to, you know.
Hmm.
Let's play a little bit
Yeah.
more of this. Let's play a little bit more of this. Okay.
If you look at all the passport bros, there are gonna be some degenerates. That's the reality. I deal with reality. I don't deal with rhetoric. And he
Well, it's a story that happened. I don't even think it was 10 years ago, but this guy, I believe, used to work for the United Nations or some other government organization that was from Europe at the
This is the kung fu guy.
time. And basically, what he did is he took a bunch of laptops, a bunch of cameras, hired prostitutes in the Mombasa area to start making porn film. And he was also, when the cops raided there, they also raided, when they raided the laptops, they found accounts to websites, porn websites, stuff like that. They also found a bunch of videos that he's been traveling to like countries like Zambia and other places doing the exact same thing. The bestiality part was actually not true. That was a rumor reported by the Kenyan media, because we all know that the Kenyan media likes to be like a tabloid sometimes. So
How convenient, right?
Hmm.
Want to delete certain things and not make it look at this bad? Come on, man.
I was debunked on that. So
So
the
that's
doctor was
like
in the
you,
cop and had nothing to do with that.
like
No,
you,
say what again?
a tabloid like you.
Mm.
Carlos,
You
Carlos,
you
Carlos,
call
Carlos.
people that you don't even know a passport bro.
Hold on. Carlos, let him talk. Let him
Okay,
talk.
go ahead and talk.
Don't interrupt.
The term
When you call
passport
somebody
bro
else out, you
actually,
gotta also call yourself out. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
the term passport bro is jargon for a sex tourist that came out by the Europeans decades ago before any American ever heard of the term. So a
Bullshit.
passport bro by
That's a lie.
definition is a sex tourist.
That's a lie.
And
That's a
unfortunately,
bold-faced lie.
there's some good men out
That's
there
bold-faced
that will
lie. That's a
actually take up
bold-faced
that
lie.
name.
But keep on
Well,
going.
unfortunately, Carlos doesn't know anything about this because he wants to be the one that's the authority on it. And
You're the one who wants to be an authority on it because you keep making stuff up.
you have passport bros that are outrageous like Jay Rillo, and you have some that are totally quiet.
Okay, so you're saying I'm just like Jay Rillo.
Anytime a man
So
is
you're saying I'm just like Jay Rillo.
where it's illegal,
Are you saying I'm just like Jay
committed an
Rillo?
illegal act.
Carlos, let him talk. Everybody, let's just talk and get our piece and pass the mic.
There's no
Yeah, let's
reason
not
to bring
interrupt
up
each other. Let's
passport
not
bro name.
interrupt.
Now you can
I know.
talk
Hold
about
on.
it.
Even if we disagree,
Name like it has something to do with it.
hold on. Even if you disagree, let's let the person talk. Whoever it is, like I let him talk, he let me talk. Let's let everybody talk, whether you agree or disagree. That's how you have a dialogue. That's how you can come to a conclusion. You may meet somewhere in the middle. You never
Right.
know. But let's allow everybody to talk, whether we agree or disagree. That's how we can get a lot further with the conversation. I apologize, sir.
Yep,
Go
give
ahead
him
and
his
continue what
chance
you
to
said, Mr.
lie.
Garfield.
Okay, so the thing is, anytime a man, so we'll be speaking in general, a man buys prostitution in an area where it's illegal, that's committing a crime. And that's the plain fact. Whether if you're doing it within the United States where you come from or the UK where you come from, it's illegal. When you travel and you go to another country and it's not permitted there, it's illegal.
We all
So,
know that.
okay, but it seems that it has to be drawn out and spelled out so many times.
No,
Because it has nothing to do with Passport Bros.
Yeah, it does.
Keep on going. Keep on going.
It does.
All right. Okay.
It's unfortunate. So this guy that came from Europe, he was busted. He was exposed. All the stuff was confiscated. I really don't know the end result. He probably was just deported. I know he was deported, but he probably got away with it at the end of the day. But he was exposed for something that was egregious in the country. It made the country look bad. It was one of the worst moments in Kenya history as far as anything like this happening.
Mhm.
And this is what he was more than a sex tourist. This guy was more like a porno pimp. So he was pimping.
Was he white though?
Unfortunately, who are
More
desperate
like-
for money. So when there's desperation of poverty, there's opportunity for people like this, and the Jay Rillos and the guy in Spain who was still, I can't think of his name,
Mhm.
take advantage of these women in these other countries.
Okay. All right. Can I speak?
Go ahead.
I agree with everything you said, except for that remark you made about Passport Bros. It's like you're obsessed with it. Oh, this guy did something 10 years ago. Let me brand him a Passport Bro. Enough of that rhetoric, please.
He's a passport.
No, I'm not finished speaking, sir. You already spoke.
Now,
Now,
he was,
now-
but Carlos, also remember, in the Kenyan media, he was mentioned as a passport bro from Europe. So
10
it's
years
not
ago?
about that we also playing around with it. Even the Kenyan media called him a passport bro.
KLA.
this was something that happened 10 years ago.
KLA. He wasn't. I'm just correct you on that part. He wasn't labeled as a passport bro. He was labeled as somebody who has taken advantage of women, you know, in a porn sting.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
can
sorry.
I finish speaking? Okay, now, this is a perfect example of always throwing the name Passport Bro into every damn thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
that's a perfect example. Whoever
Perfect
this clip
example.
was,
They
I'm
both
sorry
just
about
did it.
that. I
Yep.
hopefully
So did.
that the Kenyan government will crack down on these type of individuals. Now, we had some individuals who were doing very bad things in Tanzania, but these individuals swore they hated the Passport Bros, but they were doing very bad things too. Okay? All right, just because someone does something wrong overseas, it doesn't mean they call themselves a Passport Bro. It's just some people like to throw that name around because the women were upset that men were no longer dating in America. Okay, so let's stop with throwing this name Passport Bro around. And as soon as I said that, Kung Fu gets up and does it again.
Yep.
Oh, this guy 10 years ago
Mhm.
had to been a Passport Bro.
Yep.
Yep. And then
Enough with the
KLA
rest.
did it right after
Sure.
that.
So did.
All right, I'm not finished. I'm not finished. Okay. Now, these Europeans have not been held accountable.
Signal. I think
Hello?
it's my signal.
All right. Now, the Passport Bros I know, the ones who got wives, who got married, who got away from that toxic dating culture, and they've all denounced this Jay Rello. And I am shocked
Can you hear me?
that someone, I am shocked that someone would just say the name Passport Bro means prostitution
Yeah. He said
or sex
that.
tourism.
Mm-hmm.
That's the definition that the angry women came up with because they were upset that the men no longer wanted to date in America. And if they don't want to date in America, that's their right.
Mm-hmm.
Because when women were going overseas and dating men, nobody was upset about it.
Nope.
Nobody was upset about it. But as soon as the men
Mhm.
started doing it, oh, now there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a problem. So now we got people with this rhetoric. Okay, if anybody does something wrong overseas, we're gonna call them a passport bro.
Yep.
Okay, enough of
Scapegoating.
that rhetoric.
That's it.
You could have said the exact same thing without saying passport bro, but you didn't because you want to smear the name.
Mm-hmm.
Real bad.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna sit here and let you get away with it. Okay, Kung Fu? You could have easily said that without saying passport bro, because that was 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
Check.
Yeah, you need to leave.
Yeah, he laughed. Got up out of
He's
there.
gonna come up on this panel with all this rhetoric. Oh, the passport bros are gonna do this. The passport bros are this. The passport bros are that. Enough of that rhetoric. Enough. Enough.
Yeah, he did defend that
Now,
that white dude, the African dude.
passport bro name.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he broke it up.
Does Carlos Red have a channel?
Yeah, he do. I think that's the name of it too.
All right.
Carlos Red.
I know his name, but I don't know him as a streamer. I just know him being in other people's panels. But hey, based on that, I'll subscribe to him.
Yeah, I had subscribed to him too. You know, I think First Class was the one that turned me on to him, and so I actually commend him. Even though I'm not a passport bro, I've never been welcomed into a group to be, hey, welcome Bama to the Passport Bros. You know what I mean? I was never welcome to that for Kung Fu Fanta for his information. You know, I haven't been enshrined into the damn Passport Bros. But I do like the fact that he defended the concept of men getting fed up with the dating culture here. Whether that is finding a long-term relationship or whether they're doing short-term relationship. I think that he's defended the guys that's doing it correctly. You know what I'm saying? And I think that guys like us and guys that is coming through on our channel, I think we, for the most part, do everything correctly. And so we don't fit into the narrative of the J or the K Jello. All right, we just don't. And so, you know, Carlos Red, salute to you, brother, for doing that. Trying to defend us as brothers, because he know that this guy was alluding to us being, you know, it being black men, and he want to put it in the lap of black men. Yeah, we want to make that clear, man.
Right, and we don't have to be members of the group to still agree on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with certain things from a lot of different groups.
Yep. Don't make you affiliated.
Yeah, I like how he did that. Yep. Whether we want to be affiliated or not, you know, the outsiders are gonna lump us all together anyway. But
yeah,
you know.
Anyway. But yeah, man. For the guys that came through, man, definitely appreciate you, man. I see that we got a new guy that viewed. Dusty Hotep, you've been in for a while, man. Thank you for helping me get my watch time up, brother. Thank ya. Thank you, sir. Yeah. DN 3001. Thank you, sir, for coming through, or ma'am, or whoever you are. Thank you for coming. Jessica, even though you hating and call us international tricks. Thank you for coming through. MJ, always a pleasure. Yeah, Trick for Kids. Ice City 510. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I want to actually play that. I don't know if he's still on, but I definitely want to play one of those one of those little skits I saw that made me want to go to the Dominican Republic. I gotta play Ice City's. Yeah, he loved that wrestling shit, man. But salute to 510, man. Appreciate you, brother, for coming through. That's a new one for me because, you know, that sector of YouTube, you know, I didn't think I would ever be reached by them, but it's a pleasure to have him to come through today. Want to acknowledge my fellow YouTubers out there, man. Here he is right here. Let me do this single screen one good time. Let me see. Boom. And let's change this up. I appreciate y'all for subbing too, man. Thank you, both of you guys, man. Yeah, appreciate that, dog. I definitely need you guys to come through, man. We need new blood, bruh. We need new blood, bruh. Appreciate y'all, man. Dang, y'all is a big help. Without y'all, the chat and even my partner, Mister, that came through to help this thing do what it do, man. It would not be possible without all you fellas, man. It ain't a channel without the subs, bro. Don't let no YouTuber tell you different. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get on the screen right here, and I want to play Ice City one good time, cause man, this video was so hilarious, bro. Oh man, hold on. Let me see. Let me change some shit up. Let me take this off. Let me fix this one good time. Do this. Boom. We're gonna play old Ice City one good time. I don't know if Ice City saw this. Oh, he probably remember this shit, but this shit was funny as hell. But it struck. No, so Sewell had to be fired for a dude to say this about it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it, man. Hold on. Hold on, waiting on it. Oh, hold on. God damn it. I had already cut it off. See, man, I be struggling streaming, man. I be struggling streaming. I be struggling streaming, man.
Struggling.
I be struggling. That's what I mean. I be struggling. Here it is. All right. Here you go. I'm gonna put this on camera one good time.
The club scene at nighttime, it's too many ladies out here, bro. Like, I was just trying to watch the basketball game last night, and it was just total distraction everywhere, everywhere. Couldn't even watch the basketball game. It's to the point to where I'm not going back to the same place to watch the game again because too many girls had seen me and talked to me there and gave me their number and shit like that. And it was like, I ain't called them and hang out with them or nothing. And they keep me like, why you don't call me? Why you don't, da, 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 da. It be like that, nigga. It's, bro, it's real. It's real. Whatever you were saying on YouTube, everything y'all was hearing, I'm here to tell you, it is real.
It is real.
It's true.
It's true.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
It's
He said, and it's
the
crazy.
club scene at nighttime. It's too many ladies out here, but like, I was just trying to watch the basketball game last night, and it was just total distraction everywhere, everywhere. Couldn't even watch the basketball game.
He said he
It's to the
couldn't watch.
point to
He
where
said he couldn't watch the basketball game because it was just total distraction, man. Oh man, shout out to Ice City 510, man. We got us a couple new subs, man. I want to at least, like I said, we're on the road to that 1,000, man. Make sure y'all share the video. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure you sub if you new. All the good ish, man. This channel definitely needed, bro. It definitely needed, man. Even the Hayden King came through. First Class Kings came through. Um, who else came through? I can't go up too much further. But yeah, man, just in general, man, you guys came through strong today, bro. Y'all came through strong, bro. You got any closing ones on that, Mister?
Hey, I'm not really the one for last words, but I'll say just like I've said before. Get your passport and go over and see for yourself.
Can't beat that. You can't beat that, you know. And again, you know, you're missing out, man, if you're not going overseas. Um, and I would tell guys, don't try to live vicariously through your favorite YouTuber. Don't live through them, bro. That ain't helping you. You know, that's just like watching Prawn, bro. You know what I mean? That's
Exactly.
bad for your health. You know what I mean? You need to actually go and get the experience yourself. You know? So that's
That's
what
why I
I pretty
say
much,
get your passport and go see for yourself.
that's it. That's the best way to be, man. Anybody else got any comments, questions, man? Before we, wrap this thing up, I think we can stay on until at least 2.5 of it. We at 227. Yeah, we at 227, which has been a pretty good stream. Y'all got any questions, comments? As we starting to land the plane, y'all stay until we land the plane, man. Make sure y'all strap on your seatbelts. Y'all, if you're a traveler, they tell you to put your seat up. You know what I mean? Set your seat back up. Straighten your seat up. Close your trays. You know what I mean? And make sure your seatbelt is on. Cause we get ready to land the plane, bruh. You know? So we ain't got none of that. So we gonna land it, bro. Appreciate you, mister. Definitely appreciate you, brother. This your boy Bama. Some of y'all know me as Bama the Traveler. Some of y'all that caught me on my earlier streams, you know me as Pure Bama. You know what I mean? But I'm all of that because it's all Bama, buddy. So with that, definitely appreciate y'all. We're gonna land the plane. Peace it out.